Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. 60 out block. 54. Watch the pass. Ready to go.
On the ground, this is the former Viking, Jerick McKinnon, calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Operating from the gun, Love. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Let's go.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Delta. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Ready. Ready, go.
To throw on second down. Love. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On first down, McKinnon again. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 80 weapon. 80 weapon. Hut, hut. Hut, hut.
Second and 1. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. Yeah, boy, that hole closed quickly, and I don't think McKinnon got there. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
It's fourth down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Here we go, here we go. 70, Indy.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Leonard Fournette, 89 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times at any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
It's just me and you. Ready, go.
Second down, McKinnon. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Looking to throw. Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Yep. You draw Corker. Get it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, 1, 2.
2nd and 9 now. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Fournette is in trouble, and he goes down to the end zone. 2 points. That's a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it costs them 2 points.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 9-6.
Next to score, Bengals 9, Vikings 6. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, you don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Out. Recon, 132 fighter. Smooth.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Back up.
from the gun. Herbert. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Fournette, a first down carry. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Leo.
Fournette running right. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Let's go, Pete. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Slam. Under 10. Ready.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. He's got Adams on the hook on. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process.
First down, Vikings.
Set up. 18 Gator. Look at me. Score. Shift. Check four. He's checking. Crash.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Kill.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Hey, dude.
Back to throw. Herbert. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will tie the score now at 9 apiece. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch out. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Bravo. Crunch. You're out. Tighten up.
Here's McKinnon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Keep playing.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Watch Race don't travel. There you go.
On first down, McKinnon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
60, orange. 54, watch smoke. Tighten up. Pull it together. Mike's by 4.
2nd and 4. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
No. Off. Check 9. Check 37. Check 3. Check 7.
On third down, here's Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 12-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
52 is the mic. Hard.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Kill. Pilot, 64, weak. Mike 48. Hey, Charlie.
Looking to throw. Herbert under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
On the ready.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Bravo. Go, Jackrabbit. Go.
To throw again. Herbert. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
First down, Vikings.
Got it. 48. Hey, we don't mind the 48 right now. Let's go. Let's go, D. Ready.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Go,
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check. Lucky. Hey, Foxtrot. Go.
A shotgun give to Fournette. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Set.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
It's now fourth down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the
pressure, gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Check. Fresno.
McKinnon. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Chopper. Seam 6. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Run up. Lost the run. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
On first down, Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Herbert. And that's complete to Adams.
Down. 10 Lobo. Let's go. Who that? Show it. Chance. Rock it.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
We've been at enough practices, and how many times have we stood on the sidelines and a unit goes out to kick a field goal and hear the special teams coach say, make sure you protect. First thing, protect. And here they give up a block.
Yeah, especially in a tight game like this, tied second half. This is when execution is so key.
They go over everything in the huddle. The last thing you're going to hear everywhere, make sure you protect. That didn't get done.
I can't believe they even let you play. You go tight. Dog. You got tight right there. Check. Switch. Recon, 132 fight. Check 3. Go.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Tighten down. Pilot, 64, read. Nice 7, let's go. Ready, go.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Alpha. 58, come on. 58, come on. Rock.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
From the gun, Love. And able to find Green. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They'll run on first down. McKinnon, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Don't get nervous.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
This 61. Matchbox, right. Check 50. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Squeeze, squeeze, get in there. Go.
Operating from the gun. Love. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. Screen play. McKinnon. And some room to run now. That's good for 28 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
They're not ready for this. Charlie.
They'll try and run with McKinnon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They come out here in the eye.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Switch, switch, switch. Shift. Watch the shift.
They'll try with McKinnon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Jerick McKinnon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll toss it to Fournette. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike's 42. Mike's 45.
From the gun, Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shoot, shoot. Slam, slam, slam. Let happen.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Rush in.
Here again is McKinnon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. Shit. Haywood. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Exit. See it. Go.
Throwing again. Love. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Ready, go.
3rd and short, McKinnon. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Herbert. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
All right, zero rooting interest in it, but that one hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the 4th quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensing. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jerick McKinnon. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch twist! Watch twist!
Protein spill!
Again, it's Fournette. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Cincinnati, they're